Welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, social media is on a current high. Is there a jaguar on the loose? Denny Dipchansingh, Conservator of Forests and Chief Game Warden, well, he joins us now via telephone to give us an update on this alleged jaguar on the loose. A very good morning to you, Mr. Dipchansingh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasant good morning to you. And pleasant good morning to the team at TV6 and the viewers of Trinidad and Tobago.
So let's get straight to it. I saw a video even just last night. Well, the persons appeared to be speaking, in local parlance. They looked like there was a tranquilizer. They were taking out what looked like a jaguar from one cage and placing it into another. Have you all been able to capture any such animals over the past week or two?
All right. So what has happened with that video is that it was actually the video of the jaguar that we did capture last week. So it really was an old video. And that jaguar was captured last week and successfully taken to the zoo, and is in a very healthy condition at the zoo as well.
How are these animals coming into the country?
Well, the illegal wildlife trade unfortunately continues. And I mean, they're coming through some of the borders at present, and several people of them are also trying to put them up for sale illegally. And what is happening with several of these animals, when individuals realize that they can't take care of it, then they either attempt to abandon it or release it. And that is where the problem comes in.
Do we have an idea, Mr. Dipchansingh, as to how many jaguars, if there are any, that are on the loose?
Well, I mean, at this point, there are really no confirmed reports of any jaguars on the loose. What has happened in the last year or so, we have seized 3 jaguars that were housed at the zoo. But to say that there are any jaguars out in the wild right now, we already have no confirmed reports of any sightings of jaguars. Okay,
so no confirmed reports. What do we do if we do in fact sight one?
Well, what we are trying to encourage the public to do is, one, pay attention to the Ministry of Agriculture posts and pages. That is one. And if it is that a jaguar is indeed sighted, you contact the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries immediately, which is 220 MALF, or the Forestry Division Wildlife Section, which is at 225 City 825.
But you do not engage such an animal. That is, of course, an apex animal, one of the peak predators.
Most certainly. And the authorized individuals to deal with these animals are the game wardens. So we also are appealing to individuals and any hunters out there. The authority to deal with these animals lie with the game wardens, and we work very closely with the zoo and other ministry officials to ensure that these animals, if encountered, are properly handled.
So let's just say, aside from calling the numbers 220-MALS, 225-3825, aside from calling the numbers, if we do see one, it's attacking maybe your pet or your animal, what do you immediately do before help comes?
Well, what I would attempt individuals to do is one, if it is that this animal is actually encountered, you protect yourself first and foremost, because these animals, as you did say, they are apex predators, and if they do find themselves in any form of danger, they will attack. So I would tell individuals, immediately. Also, they can contact the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. They have been working closely with us as well.
So we've also seen a video of an individual seeking medical attention, appearing to seek medical attention, claiming that he was attacked, scraped, or something of the sort by a jaguar. Now, from the looks of it, it doesn't look like an attack. Your thoughts?
Well, again, we have no confirmed reports of any jaguar attack, and I mean, we also appealing to members of the public, really don't circulate and share these unconfirmed reports. So these unconfirmed reports are really what send the public really into a panic and stress the entire population. So they really are unconfirmed situations.
But if a jaguar does in fact attack you, what will your wounds or so on be like?
Well, reality is that the claws of jaguars are very, very sharp. So they will indeed break your skin, and a jaguar, a bite is a very dangerous bite as well. But the claw marks are also very dangerous. So a jaguar will indeed break your skin, and it would be pretty dangerous wounds.
Any updates? Are we looking at, what happens, Mr. Dipchansingh? Let's just say there's a male and female jaguar on the loose. Do we have the type of habitat for them to breed?
Well, I mean, indeed, jaguars do have wide ranges. And I mean, obviously, if there is a male and a female present, they will breed, provided that they are of the same species. Because several people were also asking if the jaguars can interbreed with the ocelots that we have local, and that is a definite no. So if they are of the same species, yes, but we're really hoping that is not the case outside there.
Okay, any updates on the actual search and so on?
Well, I mean, we're taking all reports very seriously. We are working, in fact, together with the community in the Palo Seco areas. We have several game wardens and several members of the zoo as well down there. Again, looking for any signs. This morning, we actually have a team, a member who is a board member of the Zoological Society of Trinidad and Tobago, as well as a member of the Zoological Association of the Americas. He is down here this morning, and he is going on site to take a look at the habitat and also look for any possible signs of a jaguar.
Okay. And of course, just to reiterate, hunters and so on, they are not authorized to conduct such searches.
Yeah, most certainly, and I'm really happy that you mentioned that, is that, the hunting season is closed. And I mean, I can quote our Honorable Minister, Senator the Honorable Kazim Hussein. The season is closed, and we are appealing to individuals, do not go outside there. We have trained people and the authorized people to handle any form of wildlife remain the game wardens, remain officers of the Forestry Division.
And of course, Mr. Dipchansingh, we're talking about the illegal wildlife trade. What other animals can we look out for? Should people be on the lookout for that are in fact illegal to be traded in this country and imported and so on?
Right, so we again appealing to the public. I mean, we're trying to curb the illicit trade all around. I mean, several exotic birds are coming into the country. Sometimes you have several game species, and when I say game species, these are the animals that you are allowed to hunt when the hunting season is over. They make their way into our country. So with these animals and them coming into the country, they also have the chance of bringing pest diseases. And as you can clearly tell in this matter, some of these animals are dangerous. So we really are appealing to members of the public to deter from this illicit trade, deter from purchasing these animals, because if there's no market, there will be no trade.
Agreed. No market and no trade. Mr. Dipchansingh, as we close, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, again, I just want to reiterate what I said, and I just want to focus on an appeal that was made earlier this year, again by myself as the Conservator of Forests and by our Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Honorable Kazim Hussein. And we did this appeal really at the appointment of the honorary game wardens earlier this year, where we are appealing to members of the public to deter from the wildlife trade, and really we asking people to not share all of these unconfirmed reports. And as I said, if you do happen to have a report that is legitimate, please inform the Forestry Division and the Ministry of Agriculture immediately.
Mr. Dipchansingh, Let me thank you so much for joining us, Conservator of Forests and Chief Game Warden, of course, saying that one jaguar was in fact captured last week. If you have any sightings or any reports, not just of a jaguar, but any other animals that are not to be traded, the number to call will be 220-MALS and 225-3825. He did mention that the Zoological Society of TNT, along with other experts, they are on the ground in Palo Seco just doing other searches to ensure that there are no more on the loose. Let me thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you very much to yourself and the TV6 team. Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you.
All the best to you. Well, it's now time for another break. And as we head off to the break, we share with you this quote: "Success is never owned, it's rented, and rent is due every day."